Hello, and welcome to the weekly astrological forecast for February 2nd through the 8th, 2026. I'm Stephanie from Immersive Spirit. So, this week is a pivot point between expression and embodiment. We're coming off a fiery Leo full moon activation and moving steadily into grounded recalibration. See it in the camera. Relational refinement and deep emotional truth. The cosmos asked you to refine your own light, refine your systems, balance your commitments, and then listen carefully to what wants to transform. The moon's going to carry us from Leo to Virgo, Libra to Scorpio, guiding us through courage, discernment, harmony, and emotional alchemy. With Uranus stationing direct in Taurus, stalled areas of life begin to move, sometimes pretty quickly. Meanwhile, Mercury's shift into Pisces softens the mind, asking us to trade rigid logic for intuition and compassion. This week is a week to feel first, refine second, and act third. So, Monday, this day is going to open emotionally charged and mentally stimulating. The Leo moon wants recognition, authenticity, and heart-led expression, but early oppositions to Venus and Mercury in Aquarius can trigger feelings of being misunderstood, unseen, or emotionally at odds with some group expectations. You may notice tension between your personal truth and that collective narrative, especially around relationships, values, and social roles. The trine to Chiron in Aries provides a powerful healing outlet. Courage heals today. Speaking honestly, showing up visibly, and acting from a place of self respect repairs old wounds around confidence and self worth. The square to Uranus adds volatility. Sudden emotional reactions or unexpected disruptions may push you out of your comfort zone. By evening, Mercury sextile Chiron is going to support those reparative conversations, and the moon's entry into Virgo helps ground the intensity into discernment and self regulation. That's a lot. Good day for creative planning, those brave conversations and visibility. Not so great for emotional theatrics, reactive messaging, or people pleasing. On Tuesday becomes a threshold day for us. Uranus is stationing direct in Taurus, and that's going to act like a pressure valve releasing, just areas that have felt stalled, uncertain, or unstable, especially around finances, work routines, health, or resources. They really begin to move forward. Movement seems maybe subtle at first, but that internal shift is going to be undeniable. The Virgo moon emphasizes the practical response over emotional reaction. Opposing the North Node in Pisces, you may be feeling pulled between logic and intuition, control and surrender. The lesson here is integration. Structure must now support your evolving purpose. It's not about perfection, it's about functionality. Adjustments made today are going to have long-term impact. It's a good day for budget reviews, system upgrades, and workflow edits. Good day to avoid avoidance, denial, or clinging to outdated habits. Ironic, right? Wednesday, one of the most supportive and stabilizing days of our week. The Virgo moon harmonizes with Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. It's going to offer emotional reassurance and wisdom through reflection. There's a strong sense here that those small, thoughtful actions will matter. Venus sextile Chiron supports relational healing, especially around independence, desire, and self assertion. You may notice that honest conversations feel easier, less charged, and more constructive. The moon's trine to Uranus later in the day allows for innovative solutions that are actually sustainable. It's a prime day for improving systems, routines, and communication patterns without having to force them. So, good for decluttering, wellness routines, mindful communications. Bad day for overfixing or micromanaging yourself or others. On Thursday, this is going to be a mentally active, relationally revealing integration day. The disseminating moon signals a need to share what you've learned, but I got to say, not everyone wants to hear it or will be ready to hear it. Early Neptune opposition can blur emotional clarity, making boundaries essential. Mercury square Uranus brings disruptive insights, sudden news, or mental breakthroughs, especially around work, values, or long-term plans. While uncomfortable, this aspect is going to help clear that stagnation. Libra trines to Pluto and Mars later in the day is going to restore agency, confidence, and diplomatic power. This is about balanced authority. So it's leading without domination, collaborating without self-erasure. Good day for negotiations, strategic convos, recalibrating those roles. Not so great if you're looking at perfectionism, over explaining, or reactive decisions. Friday, Mercury's entry into Pisces is going to mark a real mental and emotionally tonal shift change for us. Precision gives way to symbolism, intuition, and empathy. While this enhances creativity and compassion, it can also blur facts. Discernment's going to become essential here. The Libra moon emphasizes harmony, but that square to Jupiter may exaggerate emotions or expectations from both parties. The trine to the sun supports aligned action, while that late night opposition to Chiron may surface some sensitivity around being understood or validated. This is a day to practice devotion without self-sacrifice. So it's a good day for reflection, spiritual study, visioning, shadow work. Bad day for avoiding signing contracts without clarity. All right, then we move on. The next day there is going to begin gently and deepens quickly. That Scorpio moon pulls and intensifies. Wow, spirits are moving camera. Trust, power, and vulnerability. The trine to Mercury and Pisces supports soulful, intuitive communication. It's excellent for deep conversations or therapeutic work. The square to Pluto later in the day can really expose the hidden power dynamics, control issues, or emotional truths that can no longer be ignored. It's not about confrontation for its own sake. It's about being honest and having those honest reckoning. What's revealed today is meant to transform, not to punish. So today's task is good for therapy, deep talks, strategic reassessment. Avoid being manipulative or emotional withdrawal. On Sunday, we have the emotionally potent closing day. Venus is squaring Uranus, and that's going to bring some sudden shifts in relationships, finances, or values, especially if something's been built on compromise rather than truth. Emotional reactions may be strong, particularly with the moon square Mars midday. By evening, the trine to Jupiter retrograde brings reassurance, emotional safety, and perspective. This is a release and reclaim day, letting go of what destabilizes you so you can root more deeply into what supports you. It's good for emotional processing, journaling, family connection. It's really not going to be a great day for forcing resolution or trying to act impulsively, like my camera, because I've got the wrong zoom setting. So when we zoom out, this week blends heart, discipline, intuition, and structure. You're asked to stop forcing clarity and instead lean into it. As Uranus moves forward, Mercury is softening the mind. Our message is clear. Real growth happens when courage is grounded. Relationships are honest, and transformation is nurtured, not rushed. If you want help understanding how these transits are active in your own personal chart, especially around career goals or relationships, make sure to check out the resources in the link in our link details below. I'd love to help you understand your chart. And if this forecast resonated, please share, like, subscribe, and then let me know. What are you going to be taking action on this week? And how does that Uranus shift look for you? Thanks for joining. I'm Stephanie from Immersive Spirit, and I'll see you next week. And until then, stay grounded and keep looking up.